Cringe Daddy.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Lich's Archives. As usual, we don't really have anything to talk about, so with that, I think we'll just jump right on in. Last we left off. Well, one day we will. When I actually have things to talk about. I get good at my job. But for now, we'll just get on into the session. So, last we left off, brave adventurers have made it to Milska. They've been milling around a little bit. They've been rubbing a couple of elbows. They had their dance party the night before, and they made plans to have lunch with Assie's parents. Shalashar went, got rid of a whale, got paid for it. Does that mean wait? Oh, I see. Yeah, I thought you were giving me that hold on for a second sign. Got paid, and then got in with the rest of the group, and they were taken to Assie's estate. And it turns out that the Quicksilvers are doing very, very well for themselves. They have a beautiful mansion. They have an estate, actually. They have beautiful fences. They have stonework lined with silver that makes up the halls of their house as kind of a callback to her dwarven mother, and they were brought inside. They were going to have a nice lunch, but an unexpected guest turned out. Ruldeg, who was kind of tracking them through the city, decided to try to have a chat with the party. But they weren't exactly very accepting in the moment, and he was more or less sent packing and told to just stay away. Besides that, lunch went off without a hitch. There was no food poisoning or anything like that. Assie alerted the guards to what was happening. The party wasted a bit more time, and then they met with Matthias Millsworn, Nikolai's father. It was a decent conversation. Turns out that they might be interested in his employee, but Tala was missing. Business concluded shortly after. The rest of the party retired to Assie's family estate, while Kor, Arod, and Shalashar went on the lookout for Tala. They found her at the Fleeting Sparrow, where she seemed to be keeping company with a gnome that apparently likes to be called the Grand, and was informed by Hank that he's looking for Assie for another dance-off. With that, the party made their way back to the Quick Arganthum estate. And that is where we left off. Currently, it's getting dark. It's probably about 7. Well, that depends. Do you guys want to pick up in the morning, or do you want to pick up the next at night or in the morning? What do you guys prefer?
Either or.
I think the night was kind of winding down for me, so I probably want to just get to Matthias's in the morning.
Alright, morning.
I wanted to go in the morning because I got plans for things to talk about.
Yep, morning.
Morning it is. Alright, so with that, you guys have all made it to the estate. You were shown to your own separate bedrooms, and everyone was told, do what you want, just don't trash the place. We will probably have breakfast for you in the morning, and that was pretty much about it. And that's what we'll be picking up. It is probably about your usual early morning. The sun's coming up, and as it's coming up, this house is set up in a way that most of the light comes in with the dawn. And inside of these halls, Assie, you would know this, but better than anyone else, the light will hit the silver in the walls, and it'll actually almost look like the walls glow. It's just a very lovely dawn in this estate every single morning, and it might even be one of the best things about waking up in this place. That being said, Assie, why don't you kick us off, as it is your house?
So, after everybody had arrived back to my estate last night, I immediately went into a trance as soon as I was able to, unwind enough to do so. And I woke up very early in the morning and I started setting about a room for us to have breakfast in. I go pick up breakfast from my mother, and I bring it into the room that I have organized and set up and made comfortable enough for the four of us to eat in. Then, once everything's ready, I go into the room, into the guest quarters where they've been set up for the night, and I knock on the door. Come on, everybody, up and at 'em, we're having breakfast.
What time is it?
It's morning, come on.
Alright. Hold on, let me get dressed. Just gonna start groggily putting on my clothes.
Cole, Salashal, come on. Got breakfast.
Yeah, I suppose.
You
Eggs, bacon, everything.
Yeah.
Then I make sure to lead you guys through the nicest path in the house. Like, I take a little bit of a roundabout way just so you can, like, walk past the courtyard with the light shining in, coming through, like, this ornate, filigree metal wall and shining on the silver veining through the stone on the other side. It is just gorgeous. I lead you guys into my bedroom. And from my bedroom, I open up the double doors into what you would assume would have been a closet. But all of the clothes have been taken out of this closet. And there isn't as much clothing as you would expect stacked on my bed, but there is still quite a stack of clothes on my bed. And inside this walk-in closet, a table and 4 chairs have been set up, along with an entire full breakfast spread.
Why are we dining in a closet?
I'll get to that in a minute,
I
come
was
on.
wondering.
That almost looks like a really shitty trap someone would set.
It's not a trap, okay? Come on. If I wanted to kill any of you guys, I would have done it any other night.
I'm gonna check the room for
Figure out
traps.
the inside?
Roll an investigation.
You know, not saying it's not a trap sounds like something someone who was setting a trap would say.
17.
17.
Just
You
like
don't find
looking.
any traps, but it dawns on you that they didn't set up any candles or any light sources, and it's going to be real dark in there after they close the door. Well, that's probably the only, like, oversight that you can see, or maybe a trap if no one's able to see in the dark.
Okay.
Alright, I'll go in.
Oh, I guess, yeah. Well, I mean, hey, don't gotta tell me
I want
twice.
bacon.
Looks good.
Okay, once everybody's in and sitting down, I clap twice, and this, like, along the top wall, little fairy lights start to glitter and twinkle
To
in
clap on.
shades of blue and green.
What is that?
Oh,
This is my room, and I close the door. Since
it's a trap.
Salashal
Maybe find
here can't go in the sunlight, I figured this is the one room I know of big enough for us to eat in and completely block out the light.
It's quite nice of you.
Oh, this is entirely selfish. Because I know you're from Yun. I've heard a lot of stories about Yun growing, well, not a lot, you know, but like, you know, the normal stories you hear here.
Okay.
If we sign a contract with Matthias, I'm not attaching the name of Asapir to it, I'm attaching the entire Quick Argentum family. And I am not going to be signing my name up with somebody I don't know and don't trust. It's hard to trust you if I don't even know what you look like.
You know what I look like.
Like a metal mask.
Yes. Is that a problem?
It is if you're undead and it's gonna come back to shit on my family.
If
This
I
reason
wasn't
why I
dead,
didn't tell
wouldn't
people
I have
my real name.
attacked you?
I don't fucking know.
Well, like generally, like clerics specialize in turning undead and destroying undead because they're usually quite vicious.
Oh, shark. Take off the mask.
No.
Well, I guess that pretty much proves it.
What do you want me to say?
The
I
truth.
want to know what you look like. If I don't know what you look like, I can't trust you.
Hey,
and if
listen.
I can't trust you, I can't sign up my family name on this.
No judgment here, you know? I mean, live and let live, or unlive. I'm not really sure what the case would be, but you know, I'm not judgmental, but it would be nice to kind of know.
What would you gain from knowing what I look like? I mean,
A
I've
lot.
worked with you this long. I've done everything in my power to either protect you or the people we come across. I'm not hiding just because what I look like. I'm not hiding anything devious under here. It's not malicious.
So
I'm
why
just...
won't you show us. I've done my best to make this as comfortable as I can. Like, we are in my bedroom where I sleep. I took everything out of my closet to set this up. So that you wouldn't be hurt if you went to take off your mask. This is my condition for signing up on this.
I've been alive a very long time. Very long time. And if there's one thing I know, 10 minutes of pulling stuff out of a closet does not change the fact that I put a lot of effort into who I am.
I've been up for 4.5 hours. It was
Okay.
not half an hour of taking things out of a closet.
And how much of that was getting your servants to move the things for you?
Have you seen a servant in this house?
I mean, no, but your family seems to be very well off. I would not put it past them to have some sort of groundskeeper, something of the sort.
My mom enjoys the act of cleaning and cooking. My father likes to cook with her, and my dad likes to garden.
So let's, as a thought experiment, hypothetically, I take off my armor. I show you what I look like. What do I get out of this? The fact that you'll come with me? I can sign on by myself.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really owe you an answer. If you don't want to sign your name, don't sign your name. You can
It's not
still...
about signing my name. It's about signing my family's name.
You know
I've
that
never-
we don't have to sign names. He said that we can just
He knows
sign up.
who I am.
party
He
name.
knows who my family is.
Mm-hmm.
And? Is
If
he...
there's one thing I won't risk, it's my family. It's one thing for me to give you guys a fake name and a fake identity and camp out in the woods. It's an entirely different thing to bring you here to my home, to my family, to my parents, and let people know that I know you and that I'm with you. I get it, like, I've never heard the rest of you guys really talk about your family. And if it is, you're vague about it. Okay, I get it. That's fine. I have been too. I don't know if you guys have a good relationship or not with your parents. But my parents are the reason why I've done what I have. They're the reason why I don't tell people my name outside of this town. I'm not bringing shit back to their door. And shit has found its way to their door yesterday.
I was about to say, they're kind of already at risk.
Exactly. Do you see why I don't want to just agree to this without knowing you? And it feels like I've given you guys a lot of trust here, and you won't give me an inch.
I'm just curious. I'll level with you. I'm just curious. You've been good to us so far, Salashar. I have no reason not to trust you.
So if I do this, we're signing and we're going to do the job.
Yeah. I mean, and at this point, I've flap down an entire stack of papers with scribbled notes. I've been brainstorming names all night.
So that's why you were up all night. It wasn't for setting up the table or pulling out the closet.
Oh no, that was a big part of it too.
I was gonna say, that's some sort of
Have you
lunacy.
seen this table? Have you seen this food? Like, I had to cook this morning. My mom was still asleep.
Fine. Fine. Ugh. Just don't overreact.
At this moment, you hear a knock on the door, and you just hear your mom go, "Hey, are you guys in there?
No.
Is everything all right?
We're
It's great, Mom. We're
Playing a
just
game.
chatting.
You left the mess in the kitchen."
I'll clean it up after, Mom.
Okay. Well, you guys have fun. You'll walk out here, the bedroom door closed.
push back from the table. And how much space is in here? Considering there's a full fucking table and 5 of us. Or 4 of us.
It's quite big. This would have been like a loud walk-in closet.
You know, like those rich girl walk-in closets with like the seat in the middle?
Oh, big shit.
Yeah, it's
This is a
extensive.
rich girl's room.
Yeah, and now that you look at it, like the table itself is actually like over top of what used to be like a little, like what are they called? Like a
Island?
short sofa with no back. You know.
An
and-
ottoman?
Yeah, it's like a large ottoman, and the table's just been put over top of that.
I hate how much emphasis you put on Ottoman. It's an Ottoman.
Ottoman. There you go.
Oh, like the Decepticons.
Hey, get back on track.
I'll are there? Oh, so it's just very dim in here because the fairy lights are coming down, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll take a few steps back, and I'll conjure my same wall of my same black wall of like miasma, and I'll start stripping off my armor.
I thought you'd take off a mask, but okay.
You want to know what I look like? May as well see the whole me.
Alright.
So you hear a series of like clanking metal and all my armor falling. And the wall slowly dissolves. And standing before you is definitely what could be considered an elf. By all accounts, the body, the shape, the height, they're all elven in nature. But you see a completely skeletal frame, shattered eye sockets, so there's actually light looking into the cavern of my skull, and on a series of bones all over the body, my forearms, my tibia, you actually see like a black rune that has actually been spun from my bone and almost tied the bones together to heal it. Well, this is me.
I knew it. I feel closer already.
I keep
I had
hunting
my
on
money
something.
on zombie. What was your
Really?
money on again, A-Rod?
I was skeleton all the way.
Yeah. I still ID over 2 silver.
I'll take
Definitely
it.
looks more skeleton than zombie.
I've been alive for 742 years? Somewhere on there?
So I was right about calling you Grandpa.
Yes. I am older than both of your parents combined.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I feel closer already.
So, where do we go from here?
At this point, though, I flip through a couple of the pages and I crumple up about 3 of them together and I toss them over my shoulder and they disappear into pocket space. But at the same time, a scarf drops like half on my head and shoulders and table. Like, oh, I forgot it was fall.
I mean, I guess you could put your armor back on now, Star.
We
think
should
I
also
will.
probably eat before the eggs and bacon get too cold.
You want to see what I look like? Now you get to dine with a corpse.
Yeah, I've dined with worse.
And I'll just readily pull the seat out and just sit down. You hear creaking and aching of bones.
I'm gonna start digging
Oh,
in.
Daddy.
I swear to God, if you start calling me that, no one will ever find your body. I know a lot of liches.
I am not surprised. So anyways, I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I've been thinking about some names. Who wants to go first?
The scales of justice.
Oh my God.
Oh boy. Yeah,
because
because the scales on your body. Yeah.
I'm just gonna reach down and put my head in my hands and just like hear the fucking creaking of bones over bones.
No.
It's-
Okay.
I've got other options. Like I was thinking, cause we're rogues and we're clerics and shit. Cunning Radiance.
Why not cunning cunts?
I also this one is a bit of a bait and switch, but I was also thinking the Unreliable. Cause we're very reliable, huh? No? Okay. What about collateral damage?
That's
I
actually
almost like
appropriate.
it.
I almost like it. That sounds appropriate.
I just don't know if it inspires fear, or if we're going to get any jobs with it, because I assume that we're going to either break, murder, or steal all of their belongings.
That or we're the ones getting broken and robbed. Could
I
go
mean,
either way. I
Back
was
at
also
Thornblood, you
thinking-
guys did wreck like 3 houses, so
Exactly. I was
I
also
hope you don't.
thinking, Lottie, which would stand for the lesser of 2 evils.
it's a bit of a thinker.
Oh, and this one is my personal favorite. Inspired after Bone Daddy, Inflict Heroics.
Ooh, that's kind of good.
That's unfortunately catchy.
Right?
Like,
Inflict heroics.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, all I have is Fortune's Glory. Ooh.
And this is just my A list. The B list. There are some other bangers in there too, but they're mostly in Elvish.
Fortune's favorite?
I don't think we're very fortunate though.
They don't need to know that.
No. Spelled F-O-U-R.
The lucky few? I don't know. I kind of like Inflict heroics.
Yeah, I'm kind of liking that.
I keep coming back to it. I just keep coming back to it.
It kind of rolls off your tongue in a really melancholic way.
We are Inflict heroics.
You guys are thinking about it. We're talking about it. I feel like I'm winning.
I'd cast my vote for it.
Yeah?
Bone Daddy will vote for it, sure.
That's 2 victories. 3. Even you're agreeing to call yourself Bone Daddy.
Been a good morning, guys.
Okay, now all 3 of you come over here so you can have me put my armor back on.
Yeah, okay. That's fair. Fair is fair.
Fucking 10 minutes of this.
I'll start helping him.
Between mouthfuls of bacon and hash brown, I help Bone Daddy get dressed.
Just double fisting bones.
They're so bleached. Use anything on them? Conditioner? Nothing?
No, that's called sun bleached.
Sun bleach. Wow. Look at that. So white. So
Turns out
radiant.
it's very fucking hot in the desert.
I guess so. Who knew?
Do you even feel things anymore?
I knew.
Here and there. It's not like a lot of nerves are left. It's less about the pain itself, and more I can feel the...
Can you feel this? And I very softly just like on the back of your shoulders.
Feel what?
He doesn't feel anything. And I give you this look, Iron, that says we can work with this.
Maybe like a
Gang
wing.
signs.
What's that? Alright, I hope you put back on your armor. Let's get you
Yes,
all
sir.
dressed up.
Alright, several minutes later, you guys have finished your breakfast in this closet, and Bone Daddy is once again dressed. Although there might be a couple of, like, greasy little fingerprints here and there where there wasn't before.
Alright, just gotta... There you go, let me get that.
Remind me to never ask for your help again.
You don't have saliva.
I take out like an actual nice polishing cloth.
What does that even mean? I mean, I understand what you mean, but what's the intent behind it? Are you just insulting me because I can't make saliva?
Can you whistle? Ooh, that's a good question. Can you whistle?
Fuck you.
Oh.
Hit a sore spot.
Used to be a champion whistler, did you?
Actually, when I was working as a guard, I used to whistle all the time.
Unfortunate.
And unfortunately, now I can't. So
Well, at least we don't gotta worry about wet willies with you around.
no, I'm just gonna shove my fucking whole form up your ass. Use you as a puppet.
Don't you threaten me with a good time.
I gotta go to this closet. I'm losing my fucking mind in here.
It's the closet. It's gotta be the closet. It's making us do strange things.
It's like your bow. It had to be the bow.
It had to be.
I'm just gonna like just pull out the door and just walk out. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't realize how claustrophobic it felt in there until now that you're outside, you're like, whew, Jesus. Much
It
nicer.
smelled a lot like greasy food in there.
Yeah, after a couple of minutes, bacon just permeated the the closet.
It's like hotboxing but with bacon.
Bacon boxing.
You say it like it's a bad thing.
Alright, so where are you guys off to next?
Well, I'm going to clean up my room a little bit, real quickly. That teenage way of just throw everything back in the closet.
Pile
I'll
it on
start
the
to
ottoman.
clean up the kitchen.
I put the nice clothes away properly, but the rest of it, it's just heave-ho back in there, and I heave-ho the table with all of the plates still on it into my pocket dimension, shunting a bunch of clothes out onto the floor at the same time.
Yeah, it's weird. The table like goes forward and vanishes, and where it vanishes, piles of clothing come out.
I need to put this away. Give my dad back his table in the study.
I'm gonna start cleaning up the kitchen.
What a nice guy.
I try.
The only good house guest.
Alright, Cole, Shell Shower, anything I should be made aware of, or you guys just patiently like, is that like weird thing where everyone's cleaning around you, but you're not really invested, so you're just like standing off to the side awkwardly making small talk?
I'll help a little bit in the kitchen.
I'll help where I can.
Alright, in that case, all of you work together to kind of tidy up a little bit after Assie's breakfast heroics, shall we say. And in short order, everything is roughly back to where it was, and everything's looking about as clean as it was when you guys first arrived, or maybe even a little cleaner. And it's still early in the morning. The house is still glowing pleasantly. And the morning is yours to do with what as you will.
So, what seems to be the plan? I think going west might be the best option.
Oh, I thought you meant like I was thinking custom T-shirts, but yeah, no.
Why are you like this? Like, it makes my... I can't even say it makes my
Don't
brain
say
sad.
blood. Don't say blood boil. Okay.
I'm gonna say it makes my brain sad, but it's not exactly there anymore.
To bleach your bones.
Also, it's a very,
You don't
very
have a brain.
uncomfortable experience being bound by magic and then having your brain ripped out your ear. Like some sort of... This is a really weird ritual.
I can
Rip out
imagine.
your fingernails, your brain
Ow.
turns to mush and gets like ripped out your ear. I mean, you don't need your ears anymore, so they just shatter your... Just shatter all the tissue inside of it.
Sounds horrible.
Do you want to try?
You know what? I'm gonna take a range check on that.
Alright, fair, respected.
You know, just I appreciate the offer though.
It's a bit of relief to get that off my my chest, but not many people respond very well to it.
Well, you know what? Either way, I'll put
the mask.
I'll put a hand on Salazar and be like, hey, in all seriousness, I'm glad you shared that with us. I know it wasn't easy, but
I mean, kind of already assumed that was the case.
yeah, we kind of already put some stuff together. But I mean, you know,
Why would you
I've known for
confront
a
me if you
while.
didn't have information on it? So it makes sense.
but we appreciate it.
Yeah.
So we can get going. We can stop with this friendship.
Yep.
Sure, buddy. Sure.
Think it's time for us to sign some paperwork. It's in
Get to work.
heroics.
Sign my life away, right?
Inflict heroics.
Is this the
Away.
human that's been unlocked? Alright, so you guys are heading straight to Matthias's manor then, are ya?
Yeah.
I guess so.
I mean,
yeah.
unless there's anything we should be picking up first.
No, I got everything I need.
As you guys are walking, feel free to make a perception check, and I'll let you know if there's anything exciting going on this fine morning in the town of Milscar.
Oh, I'm sketchily looking around for Woldag and anybody that might know me, and that is a 13.
18.
I can't even make this shit up. The last 8 times, basically the entire day of last session, I've rolled 17s on the die. Every single time I rolled perception, so that's another 23.
17s, baby.
17.
No, I got an 18. Salazar got a 23.
Okay. Cole, what'd you get?
16.
16, and Assy?
I got a 13, minus 1.
Alright. Quick question for you guys. When Justin was talking there, did you guys hear him, or was he quiet for you guys?
Oh, I didn't hear.
Then you guys might want to turn up Justin's volume, just to make sure you guys can hear him. Because he did say something, but it was missed. But moving forward past that, going through this town, street cleaners are out. Looks like everything's being nice and put together during this fine morning. There's quite a few people starting to open their shops. There's people selling pies. There's people selling all sorts of things. And the crier stones are also going off. There's a couple pieces of news from last night. One of them is that apparently there's been some animal attacks on the farms to the south, and the guards are cautioning people to be careful if you want to travel south of Milscar. There's also been a word that another post, they're investigating a murder. From what you can tell, Shalashar, because you're the one with the best hearing, murder happened a couple of days ago. They're still looking for who could be connected, and they're warning certain people to be careful if you were to be venturing around like the Red River area or any of those cities. And the last thing that's mentioned is there's a current trial going on for an orc in the town of Black Hollow. And it sounds like there's been quite a bit of agitation between the people living there and the Red Jaw clan. But besides that, it's a nice, pleasant jaunt through town as stores are opening up and the town is starting to come alive. But you guys, if you don't feel like making any stops, will make it to Matthias's manor or estate in quick order. And once again, you guys are in front of those large gates. The guards are there as always, and as you approach, one of them steps forward and do you guys have business here today?
Actually, Matthias should be expecting us. We're to work out some sort of contract for our employment.
Oh, well, of course, he might be a little busy at the moment as it's morning, but we'll take your weapons, we'll show you in, and we'll take you to one of the waiting halls, and I'm sure he'll join you shortly, but please, we do need you to hand over your weapons.
Yep, of course.
Alright, so same old song and dance as you guys, if you want to. Remove your weapons. If not, let me know now.
Before we got here, I would have taken Avod's bow from him.
Yeah.
And the shield from Cole.
Okay.
Can you also hold my shield?
Yeah.
Do you have enough room in your pocket space for all of these things?
I dumped out all of the like clothes and shit that I would have had with me before.
Alright.
And like, yeah.
As long as you're tracking
stuff.
your weight, we're good.
Yeah, I'm up to 120 pounds right now, and I've mostly got like clothes, ball bearings.
Alright, you got it. So with that, you guys are escorted in, and this time you're taken to a different dining hall than the one you went last time. This one seems smaller, simpler, quite a few paintings kind of adorn the wall in this room. Do you guys want to wait nicely, or is there anything you need to be aware of as you're left in this nice little hall? And when I say hall, I mean like a room with a table, fireplace, so on and so forth. No one's stealing silverware? Good. In that case, I will move forward.
Not here.
Thought about it.
Don't give me one.
Well, that's why I gave you a minute.
Not in the mayor's house.
You guys are left here for not too long, you know, a couple of minutes do pass, and then Matthias does come in, and it seems like he's coming in and he's just quickly attaching his cloak to his tunic. Looks still well dressed, you know, he doesn't look tired, he looks like he was well prepared, but he's just quickly putting on the adornments of his office as he walks in, and he has a stack of papers underneath his arm, as well as in his hand. You know, he has the books here, and in his hand he has like what seems to be an ink pot, and he greets you as he walks towards. Well, I was expecting you, but not quite this early. I assume you guys are here because you thought about it, and you're here for a conversation. He kind of sets his papers down, sets things out, and pulls out a chair for himself. Are you guys seated at this point, standing? What did the group kind of do to settle into this space?
I probably would have sat down in a meditative kind of position, legs crossed on the floor, and I've just kind of waited.
Leaning casually against a wall.
Sitting on the table with my legs dangling.
I love
I'm
you.
leaning like one hip against the table, making faces at Avod Cole and Salasha whenever they catch my eye, and flipping coins between my fingers.
Johnny Depp style.
Yeah.
Alright, so with that, Matthias sits down and kind of like gestures for you guys to take your seat. He goes, please, please, have a seat, you know. What can I do for you this morning?
We thought about your offer for employment. You had the Fey Pond, the escort to the west. And I think as a group we decided that we would like to take you up on that opportunity.
Which one?
I personally would like to do the escort mission. I think it's straightforward. Get an idea of lay of the land.
I want the one with the most potential to make money, personally.
Well, if we want to talk money, I can talk a bit more about what's involved in these jobs, if you're interested in that. Now, one of the main things would be just the time spent traveling. Aomoni is technically north as well, but it's quite a bit more west. There's a couple of rivers you could take to get there, but it's not too far. Fey Pond, on the other hand, is quite a ways north, so there will be obviously stipends for travel for both of these. Fey Pond, you would be paid handsomely for arriving, almost double as it would be for Aomoni. Aomoni would still be paid for travel. We'll call it another 2,000 gold for that one. About 4,000 for Fey Pond. And then plus, if there's trouble along the way, you'll be paid nicely for that. Call it about 500 to 6,000, depending on the level of trouble and the timeliness of your arrival for either of those. And then on top of that, once you're on the job, depending on the time or what you find, there'll be additional funds stacked on top of that as well.
Well, now that you give us an idea of what the monetary gain is, I can't deny that up to 6,000 gold is a little enticing. Probably going to run into a lot more trouble.
Well, I mean, it's really up to you guys. Besides that, the other offer I had was looking into the forest. That one obviously wouldn't have travel pay, as the forest is just up the hill there, but depending on what you uncover there, payment as well could vary, depending on what it is, but I'm sure you heard something about the animals to the south. Something weird is going on with them. I'm not sure what it is. Recently, and he scans through his papers, he pushes something forward. Nikolai mentioned something about the animals as well with Thorn Bluff. And then same with this, it's the report from the farms. Animals are acting strangely, but I can get someone else to look into that. Not a worry.
Can you tell me more about Fey Pond? What seems to be the situation?
Well, where do I begin? And he kind of stops and he takes a bit of a more pensive look, and he kind of goes through the papers a little bit, and he pulls one up and he spins around and he pushes it towards you, and then grabs another one and pushes it towards you, and another one. There's been several killings over the last little bit. Most of them seem to be tied to a group called the Rats, and they've been targeting officials. The ones closer to Fey Pond, though, also seem cultish in nature, but it's not officials. It's more like merchants and stuff like that. We're not sure if this is a connection, if it is the Rats, or if it's a different group, whatever it is. There's always been a few bandits in the area, specifically the Red Rabbits we know are up there. That's
Wait,
one of the reasons.
the who?
The Red Rabbits.
My eyes will immediately narrow and my posture gets a lot less lax ever hearing this name.
He does clock your change in posture, but he continues. They've been a bandit group for a while, but over the past couple of years, they're becoming a bit more aggressive, and I think they've even tried to change their name, Green something, but whatever it is, maybe there's a connection, Red Rats, Red Rabbits, but now they've changed the name. Something weird's going on, but people are not feeling safe traveling the roads. On top of that, we have another complication with the red jaws and whatever going on with Black Hollow. The whole area is turning into a mess, to be quite frank.
I think we should go to the Fey Pond, guys. 6,000 gold.
I mean, the other ones don't seem as necessarily important. If there's a lot of murders and trouble in Fey Pond, it is probably our best bet to help out.
I'm along for the ride. When would we need to go for Fey Pond?
As soon as you guys would like to be on the road, we do have one way to shorten your travel just a little bit. If you wanted to leave today or tomorrow.
I wouldn't mind expediting. It just depends. It really depends if Nikolai and Sarah and Danny, what's happening with them and their time frame.
I believe they're staying here and they're still looking for that city, and they have other things to chase down, to my understanding. But of course, you can talk to them if you wish. I would have them summoned and brought here, or I don't really want to escort you to their rooms, but I could get word to them. They could meet you somewhere as well if you would prefer that.
I say we just go to Fey Pond. On our way out of after the meeting here, we can just go talk to them, tell them our intent, and that we'll be preoccupied for the next little while. That way, even if they do find the city, they can have time to gather provisions, everything else they need. If they have to wait an extra day or two for us to get back, that's fine.
And the next question, if you are going into my employ, are we doing it as individuals or as a chartered group?
Chartered group.
Oh.
Call it Inflict Heroics.
Okay, we can definitely get that draft, and you see quickly pulls out another form and he writes that across the top. All I'll simply need is your signatures for that, and then I'll get you guys a couple of seals to let people know upon arrival that you are working for me, so you can access the additional payments for your travels. And he'll turn the paper towards you guys, slide it across, same with a quill and an ink pot. Just sign at the bottom there whenever you're ready. If you need more time to think it over, let me know.
Nope. I'm in it, and I'll go ahead and sign.
Alright. Are you signing your actual name?
Yeah.
Alright. Everyone else, anything I need to be aware of during this signing process?
Nope. I'll just wave my hand over the paper, and a sharp high elven scribble will come out.
Okay.
I used my thumbprint.
I signed mine from Hilda Quick Argentum, but like the dots of the eyes are little hearts.
Okay.
How fucking
Love
dumb.
it. Alright. When he gets it back, he does look at yours.
If you look close enough, though, there is a dagger through one of them.
acceptable.
I will need a name for you, as this name will be on your official badge, just so you are aware. What should we call you, little one?
Oh, okay. I grabbed a pen and like scribble down KUR.
Alright. That will do. My apologies, it's just a thumbprint isn't the easiest to pronounce. And then Fey Pond, is it? Or is it to the west?
Fey Pond.
Pond.
By the Fey Pond.
Alright, and when would you people like to be on your way?
We
As soon
can
as
get on the road
possible.
as soon as you need. We could leave today if need be, if we had the provisions.
Well, I was supposed to meet up with Hank. I kind of want to see if we could win. Leave in the morning?
Oh, was that
What
right?
are we gonna do?
Get stuff together? Supplies?
Yeah, I should probably grab some food, shouldn't I? And I'll just kind of like turn to face the group.
Yes, you should.
I was thinking more along the lines of health potions for me.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't hurt. It wouldn't hurt to grab our things.
Okay,
But,
well, you guys can definitely, you don't even need to return here to leave. And he grabs another piece of paper, and he starts writing down details. All you will need to do, Southern District, there is a magic shop called the Fire Traveler. If you go there, maybe even go there today at some point and charter your travel. And they will have a couple of spots available, and they'll be able to take you through a teleportation circle. It's a little expensive, but I'll be able to cover that for this trip. And that will get you closer to your destination, but you'll need to book it in with them.
Alright. I mean, we have the whole day ahead of us, so we can do that pretty quickly.
Alright. And he slides over one more piece of paper, and this one says your group name, Inflict Heroics. It says Charter, and it says Fey Pond, and then it says length, undetermined, mission, investigation. And there's several other little details that are written in a weird shorthand. And you just need to sign at the bottom there. This is my own records. And I believe that about summons everything, and I can get Nikolai and the twins down here if you wish to talk to them.
What about the return trip?
The return trip, well, once you get there, there'll be a couple of places. It'll be the embassies that you'll be going to talk to. At least that's what they call themselves. But you go there, you'll find someone to talk to. My seal will get you in contact with the correct people. You'll report to them, they'll report to me, and we'll figure out whatever needs to be figured out when time comes. Ideally, you'll deal with it, and then the return trip will hopefully be just as quick. But if not, then you might need to do a little bit of traveling until you get to a place that will allow you to teleport. The teleportation circles aren't exceedingly common, especially in these eastern cities. But worst case, you can always get to the elven circles.
Alright. I guess we'll talk to the three of them. Matthias, quick. I wanted to talk to you about the gauntlet. You had proposed you'd like to buy it for me, correct?
Yes.
Did you want to handle this after the meeting? Should we
Well,
do it now?
I mean, we could do it now. How much would you like for it?
What do you think it's worth, significance-wise, to the flame?
Really not much for the flame, but for collectors such as myself, I would be willing for a single gauntlet about 300 gold.
300 it is.
Alright, I will send word to Nikolai and the twins, and I will be back with payment. And I'll return shortly. Please make yourselves at home. And then he pushes himself up from the table, collects the paper. The ones you signed, though, he quickly sprinkles a little dust over them to help it dry, and then gently puts them together at the top. Turns on his heels and walks out. Couple of minutes of silence pass, and then you hear a couple of sets of feet coming down, and Nikolai enters the room, flanked by Danny and Sarah. Looks like the twins have also cleaned up quite a bit since their travels. They're wearing very nice stuff. They all look freshly showered, hair beautiful, and they give you a nice little wave, and they move towards you guys, and there's like this awkward little standoff as they're really not quite sure how close you guys have been. And then Nikolai just awkwardly clears his throat. You wanted to talk to us? Danny and Sarah echo the same thing from behind them. They move towards you guys as well.
We're actually picking up some work for Matthias. Some work in the surrounding areas, but we'd be going back up north towards Fapon to investigate some issues. I just wanted to make sure that your timeline, we weren't going to interfere with your timeline. I'm not certain how far you are in finding the city or investigating what needs to be investigated.
Sarah actually speaks up with this, and she goes, actually, I don't think he'll be interfering, as we don't have a lot of things going on. The only weird thing we found out is that there's a bard in town or something that's also looking for runes of some sort, and we've been trying to find them, but they keep going from one tavern to the other. So I think that's the only thing we got going on today, is finding this Serenity.
Serenity is
Okay.
the...
Yeah, that's the guy that played at our the dance competition.
Oh, so you know what tavern she's at tonight, maybe?
She's been at... I'll turn to the group. It's the Sparrow, right?
Fleeting Sparrow.
Oh,
Or what was it? Last night? The night before?
She was there last night as well, and the night of the dance competition. She's been there both nights.
they're the first ones to give us a straight answer then. Well, I'll head down there and I'll talk to her, but besides that, we really haven't found much else going on. Maybe a couple of rumors that there are a couple of caves that have been uncovered around here, but really not too much, so it's not a pressing matter. We'll definitely have time to look into it, and if we find anything, Nikolai speaks up at this point. He goes, we can probably send word if you're working for my father. Same channels work for him as well as they work for me, so if we find anything, we'll be in touch, and if you find anything, hopefully you'll also be in touch.
We'll do our best. We should be leaving in the morning via teleportation circle. I don't think there isn't a definitive time frame itself, as it's an investigation. But we'll do our best to expedite and get back here in a reasonable time frame.
Okay. Well, I think this is goodbye then.
Goodbye for now.
That he just kind of like holds out his hand to like shake you guys' hand.
I'll reach out, grab his hand. It's been a pleasure traveling with you.
It's been something, that's for sure, and thank you for keeping me alive.
Stay safe.
I can
I
say the
give him
same
a
to
hug.
you. He'll give you a hug as well.
And remember, that offer I made before, still good.
It's not a problem. I mean, you've met my father. He's not a bad guy. He's just
I know, but
driven.
sometimes it's nice to fuck off and avoid your problems for 20 years.
He like glances over his shoulder at the twins and he goes, "What do you think I'm doing now?"
Exactly why I'm saying offer's still good.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you, Assy. And try to shake your hand as well, Cole.
I will. And if you guys do hear of any caves that are like abandoned or empty, let me know.
Okay.
Is that like some weird dragon kobold thing? Do you just get the need to start a horde?
No, that's why I was sent out. One of the reasons.
Find an empty cave?
Yeah, the tribe needs to split, and I'm looking for some place for them to relocate, or at least part of the tribe.
I mean, if we were to go back and kill those mimics, we could probably give them that cave.
That could work, but
A lot of mimics. I'm sure there's got to be other empty caves.
that's
But
That's
they'll
weird.
get a free mimic corpse after it, shaped like a boat. And a nice house. And
Well-
scaffolding.
We'll
I'm
definitely
really not
keep
sure
our
if we're
ears
up to
open, and we'll let you know if we do find any large enough caves. How many kobolds are we talking?
somewhere around, I don't know, last time I knew of.
And that's half.
I
We're-
thought it would be
just
like
a small tribe.
40.
Okay, I mean,
Oh,
might take us a
Sorry.
while to find a cave that big, but you will be the first to know.
I'll lean in a bit. And you guys should really stay away from ruins. They can be really dangerous.
So,
What?
say that one more time.
You guys should stay away from ruins. They can be really dangerous.
Ravens. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Thank you. First kobold I met, and by far the nicest. And with that,
Go upstairs.
the twins also say their goodbyes to you guys, and once again, unless there's anything else you want to say, you will be left here, and then Matthias will shortly return with a small little bag of gold, and he'll hand it off to you, Shalashar.
I'll reach out and grab the bag of gold. Thank you. I'll reach back into my bag and I'll hand over the gauntlet.
Thank you very much. I do appreciate this.
The gold is very nice too, so I appreciate working with you.
All right. And with that, I believe we could probably take a short break here. You guys can decide if you want to do the shopping or if you just want to figure out what it is that you want. And then when we return, we can deal with all of that decently quickly. But I just need a minute or two to check a couple of notes and figure out the travel time and whatnot. Sound good?
Good.
All right, then stream. We will be back in 5-10 minutes. What do you guys prefer?
10.
All right, 10-minute break. We will be right back.
Ready.
Alright, you guys good to go?
Oops.
Alright, in that case, let us get back to this. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed your short little breaks. Just gonna bring this back just a second, turn that up, and voila. So, with that, you guys conclude your business at Matthias's manor. Gold was exchanged for the gauntlet, and you were told to make your way to the Fire Traveler at some point, and everything should be dealt with. There's one last thing that he does mention to you before he lets you go. Now, just something to be aware of. Fay Pond, we can't get you directly to. It'll be to one of the larger cities. If you have the choice, you will need to consider this. You could go directly to Black Hollow. It will put you the closest. But there are several other representatives running for Almoni. If you show up with my badge and teleported, there is a chance people might take interest. Alternatively, you could go to Red River or Red Bay, see what's going on there, make your way into Black Hollow quietly or avoid the place altogether. I can't really promise you what will happen as I don't know, but your sudden appearance there could draw some attention. Just something.
Can we please go to to Red Bay? Please.
I think that's the best route.
I don't
Or
think
discreet.
dropping in unannounced is good.
Well, I mean, it's
I think-
unannounced one way or another. It's just a matter of who's around to see you when you drop in.
I think flashy is the worst option.
Yeah.
Plus, if we stop in Red Bay, we can track down Pawn.
True.
Alright, well, with that in mind, I hope you guys have a safe journey and keep in touch. And he actually walks with you guys, like last time, to the entrance of his manor. And he steps to the side, sweeps his arm out, and allows you guys to make your exit. And it is still early-ish morning. It's probably getting closer to about 9 a.m. at this point. You guys will have the full day ahead of you as you collect your weapons, collect your items, and once again out in the city of Milskar, or town of Milskar. It's in between the two. It's definitely getting closer to city.
So, do we go south? Do we go to the, since we're already on this edge of town, we may as well go find this magic shop and make sure we can book our teleportation, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Get that done first.
No point in waiting till the last minute anyways.
Alright, so with that, you guys set off to the south side of town. Again, that is the nicer neighborhood, and it's easy enough to get there. Asi,
Yes.
you probably know the way there, so you'll get to lead the group through this little excursion.
Um,
Personally, you yourself have never been there, but you've seen it and you've heard of it enough times that you're like, oh, I know that place.
I also want to take the time to stop off at a dress shop.
Okay.
And if that's easier to do before or after, I don't care. They are following me anyways.
Well, you tell me, do you want to go there before or after?
Well, whichever one would be, like, easier for me.
Like, literally, you could choose either. Just pick one. There's enough dress shops on this side of town that you could just choose if you want to hit it before or after.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna hit it before because we have to pass by my favorite dress shop on the way.
Alright.
I just need to run in here real quick.
We don't have all day.
Kind of.
Gonna do?
That was it was a joke.
It's alright, they made their deck saves. They dodged the sarcasm. They ducked it. Alright, so Asi takes you guys to what seems to be a very nice shop. Big glass windows, and they're actually tinted, and it's just called The Red Dress is the name of the dress shop. They're very straightforward in their naming.
Yep.
Dresses are only red.
I look for a dress that I think would be the one to help us get the W tonight at the dance-off that would fit me.
Yeah, I mean, you're able to do that. The hardest part of shopping here is the lovely young lady that works behind here actually is no longer a lovely young lady. She looks quite a bit older than the last time you were here, and she almost insists on talking your ear off the entire time. Nothing to do with you or where you've been, but her time in town. And she talks to no
Catching
end.
me up on all of the rumors I've missed for the past however long it's been.
Oh, she does. We will call her Josephine, and she loves gossip. It's besides stitching and gossiping that fills her day and it fills her heart. And she tells you all about, how the Millers have been, sneaking around on each other, and she sees them from here. And actually, like, one of the main things that she loves about this shop is the glass windows, and she can look out. And from directly across from her dress shop is the Miller's Tavern, the Miller's Inn. And she loves watching it and just seeing drama play out from that tavern every night.
I try to stay out of it, but like 30 minutes in, I'm just as invested in the rumors as she is.
Right. But besides that, you do get a nice dress. Is there any color or anything you want to know? Or do you want to just describe what you get later and I'll charge you, you tell me how much you want to pay.
I want a nice blue or teal dress. And I give A-Rod a little bit of a look.
Blue, go blue.
Damn it, I was hoping he'd pay for it.
No, not my dress, not my competition.
Yeah.
But the blue looks nice.
Okay, so the blue one.
Alright.
And would 20 gold cover it?
If you wanted to.
Well, I'm just like, what would be the average price for a really good dress?
Anywhere from like 1 gold to like 20 would be good. And then after that, you're just getting extra gems and things just to show off. But like 20 gold here will get you something very nice. You could even be like, the Sigwolf silk and stuff like that. But if you're looking for gems and stuff, it'll go up in value from there, right?
Okay, I'll get a good 18 gold dress, and I'll add the gems myself after we do this. I'll stop at home and do some work on it.
Alright, easy enough. You get your dress, and sad to see you leave. Josephine does let you leave the red dress.
Took an hour longer than expected, but eventually.
Yeah, like I partway through, you guys are like, is she okay?
If I had a watch, I would be tapping it right now.
What? It's been years since I've seen Josephine, okay? Not only does she have kids, but she has grandkids now.
That's lovely.
When you've been long as I have, an hour is just a pebble in the glass. I mean, I guess for you, A-Rod, it's literally like, what, like a quarter of your life? You're basically 4, right?
Yeah, something like that, I guess. I'm I'm a young adult. Or so I keep telling myself.
Got my first beard hair this morning.
Got some chest hairs.
Alright,
Bought
I
an
have
ale all by
ale.
myself.
and with that, you guys are once again into the lovely, oh so clean, oh so orderly streets of Milscar, especially here in the south, and this time uninterrupted, as he takes you to where you guys were meant to be off to. The Fire Traveler. Seems to be a very...
Oh no, I definitely walk us through a park just for the fun of it.
just for the fun of it. Alright, there's a couple of nice parks, some nice scenic things, some people out and about having picnics and whatnot. Quite a few people, especially on this side of town, you realize, are actually now, like, armed. Not, like, with swords or anything, but, like, you can see a couple of, like, daggers out and about. And the main gossip that you're picking up here is people talking about, like, what happened to the farmers. If any of you have a passive perception above 15, you'll hear stories about apparently, some animals showed up and they, like, literally broke down the door to several of the farms, and like 2 families died last night out in the farms. And one of the other things that happened that was quite strange is there was a note left in one of them. Let's actually get a anyone with a passive perception above 15, if you want, you can roll a perception check.
Nope, I'm a 13.
19.
19. One of the most disturbing parts of the rumor is apparently written in blood on the floor, and this is what creeps people out, was the word amber. But besides that, you have a nice, lovely walk through town. And eventually you guys make your way to the Far Traveler. It's a very tall building. It's actually taller than it is wide, almost as if it's supposed to look like some sort of tower. And there's the second floor, it comes out and there's actually a spiral staircase that goes up to the 4th floor from the outside of this building. Then you guys make your way inside. There is a human there who's just kind of leaning against the counter. They have some nice robes on. Looks like they're having a conversation with the elf on the other side. And when you guys walk in, this guy just kind of gives the human a little nod and goes, "You'll need to excuse me, paying customers, hopefully," and all of that. This guy just nods his head, steps to the side, and he starts perusing the shelves that are around here, and it's just filled with magical components. There's shelves with pearls, there's shelves with various things, and another thing that has a glass sliding door, and at the top it says "Stink Shelf, don't open." And there's just vials and different spell components on the other side of this glass.
Oh, I'm investigating that.
Okay. You go up there, there's like literally a vial that just says bat shit, and another one that just says bear shit, and another one that just says decomposing, and it's like a black jar that you can't see into, and various other things like that. It's the stinkier spell components for sure. And as you break apart from the rest of the group, this elf speaks up. Hello? What can I do for you fine people? None of you look like my normal clientele. Unless, and he starts looking over you guys for signs of magical ability.
I'll reach into my sleeve and I'll pull out the paperwork that we got from Matthias.
Ah, business, is it? And he'll reach out and he'll take the paper from you, looks it over. Well, we should be able to squeeze you in as early as you want. Not a lot of people traveling these days. It's quite expensive. Where would you like to go to? I see you trying to get to Fey Pond.
I think our best option is to go to Red Bay, was it?
Yep.
And then we'll be on foot from there.
Well, we could definitely do Red Bay. We could do Black Hollow. Besides that, North Mire isn't too far from there, and neither is the Stone Hearth, if you're interested in that. The Stone Hearth is a bit more north of Fey Pond, and the other one, if you haven't been there, North Mire, beautiful, one of the first Elven Spire cities. It's about as north as Black Hollow, but definitely quite a bit more central to the continent.
I think Red Bay is fine. I think that was our best location.
A little far off, but fair enough. I hear the ferry rides are quite fun to take.
We'll keep that in mind.
When would you like to be departing? Today? Tomorrow? Later this week?
Probably
Tomorrow.
first thing tomorrow morning.
First thing? Well, doors open at about 10 p.m. It takes a while to set these things up.
10 p.m.
Well, our doors are open, but the teleportation circle, for instance, isn't up and running. A.m. My apologies, it's been a long day.
10 a.m. is fine.
10 a.m. it is, okay. I would take your names, but you look like a recognizable group. And not a lot of people traveling, so just show up, and we'll be able to get you off. Yeah, no, I believe that's it. This says that the payment is covered, and to just talk directly with Mr. Millsworn. Well, if that's it, then I suppose that's it, unless there's anything else you people are interested in. We have all sorts of components, spellbooks, scrolls, various other things. Some things all the way from Yurn, some things all the way from Sigwolf, and even a few things from that brand new island Fingolm. That's all the talk, you know?
What I was looking for 2 magic items in particular. A bag of holding and an earring of message. Turns out it's all lean into like A-Rod and AC. Turns out it's actually really useful.
It can be.
Told you.
Well, of course.
By any chance, can I find the alarm spell or find familiar?
Yeah, I mean, he definitely could have whipped those up for you if you were so interested.
Yeah.
I will tell you what, give me a quick moment here to deal with this fine lad, miss, and then we'll get to there. Are you hoping for scrolls, or...?
Yes. Specifically scrolls, ritual spells of any sort, really, if you have them. I'm just most interested in familiar or alarm-related spells.
I'm dumb, that's why I couldn't find it. I was like, where's my list of magic items? And I'm like going to my Discord, I'm like, it's not a threat, no, it's pinned. So we figured it out. Well, good. Well, for that earring, it could be about 250 gold. So are you listening to me?
Sorry, my mind was elsewhere. 250 gold, was it?
Yes, for the earring. And the bag of holding. It's going to be
a bag of holding.
a little bit more expensive. We're looking at about 600 gold pieces for that.
I
But they
think
are a wonderful item. Some would even say wonders.
for the moment being, I'll take the earring.
Okay, 250 gold. This thing will have 10 charges. New day, you can have 10 more. Same range as the spell and or whatnot, if that works for you.
That's perfectly fine.
Okay, fantastic. Now, you, miss, you said you were looking for a scroll, was it?
Yes.
A scroll. Alright, well, scrolls are one-time use, but I could get these written up for you relatively quickly. Call it about... does a little bit of mental math if you're buying 2 of them. For both of them, we'll call it 180 gold in total. That's with the discount.
And how much for just one of them?
For one of them, we'll call it 100 gold.
I have an extra blank scroll if you
Oh,
need to use.
I have plenty of blank scrolls, don't you worry. You cute little... It's not a kobold.
Yes,
Oh,
it
you don't
is.
see a lot of these things this far. Tell me, what clan do you come from?
out of character. I don't think we ever came up with a clan
We
name.
did. It was Brightscale.
We did.
Oh yeah, we did. I totally forgot about that.
I come from the clan Brightscale.
Oh, you're so far from home. What are you doing all the way down here? Kobolds are adorable little things, but they don't like being called adorable. My apologies. I got ahead of myself.
I don't mind. It's okay.
He knows he's our favorite.
So,
I got voluntold for a mission.
oh, I hate that when they do that. Shame, shame, shame. You know, I've heard good stories about your matriarchs, though. Well, not a matriarch. What are they called? The, what's his name? I can't think of it. The blind fellow that's supposed to be out and about with your group. Kind of like post their lips a little as if they're thinking, which is a fun way of saying the DM's thinking and scrolling through their notes. Arius, yes. Arius, yes. I've heard quite a few stories about that one.
Does that ring a bell?
Make a history with advantage.
See.
And which scroll do you want, Assy?
Fuck.
You have until Justin talks. Think quickly. Oh wait, your turn.
I don't know which one I want.
Alright, what'd you get?
17.
17. You've heard of them, but you've never met them. Arius, to your understanding, is the name of the bronze dragon that once in a while visits your clan. And they usually take on the guise of a older blind gentleman. And it's not widely known that they're actually a bronze dragon.
I can't say that I've ever met him. Heard the name though, heard of him.
Oh well. I would like to have known how he's doing, but that's fine. I'm sure he's doing fine with your little clan out and about. Always thought it was cute that you guys took him in and took such good care of him. And with that, he kind of turns back towards you, Assy. Are you still interested in these scrolls, ma'am?
I'm going to turn to A-Rod. A lot more familiar. Which one should I get?
Familiar. Something to keep you company.
Familiar it is then.
Real? Oh, I see. We're not good enough company. Okay. Oh, I
How
see it
quickly
is.
they turn on
Fine.
you, my friend. I know. I know that he reaches down, pulls out a scroll, sets it on top, takes a little peek at it to make sure it's the right one. 100 gold, please, madam.
100 gold. And I am now broke. I can't even add it to my book yet.
Tales of something called, what was it? Robe of items? No, robe of useful items. Do you have any of those?
Not on hand, but we are able to do some of the patches, and then we could attach those to a cloak if you're interested in such a thing.
How long would it take and how much would it be?
For each one. Now, they are quite expensive, being custom made.
Ooh.
Depends on the items that we're including as well. That face tells me I've said too much.
Yeah, not a lot of money at the moment.
Well, I mean, whenever you're back in town, we can talk about it then. If you're feeling late night. If you're feeling a bit more flush in the pockets at that point.
How about we wait until then?
Okay, my little friend. When we meet again. And if that's all, then I will see you guys on the morrow.
I don't believe we have anything else to do here. So, thank you for your business.
No problem. Have a good day. As you guys make your way out of the shop, the human slides back over, and these two just continue their conversation as if nothing happened. And once again, you're
There was no
outside
interruption for them.
in the oh-so-lovely streets, but now things are starting to get a little bit busier. It's getting closer to about 11 a.m. now.
Alright,
Okay.
so now what do we do?
I've got some chores to do around the house.
Most can get drunk.
I've been neglecting my training. I should probably get some practice in.
What training?
You can use the yard for that if you want. Just don't
Combat
break
weapon.
the house.
I can spar with you if you'd like.
That would work.
I can drink some alcohol if you like.
You know what? Yes, please, A-Rod. You can do that for me.
Thank you. No, I mean, I'm not one to turn down. You know, he ordered me to. You all heard it.
You can do it on my behalf since it doesn't agree with me. How about that?
Oh man, I'll drink enough for both of us. Don't you worry.
What a nice guy.
I try.
I'll see the best. All right, little one. Where should we spar?
Well, since Assy has to go back to her place, maybe her parents would let us do it in the backyard.
On the grounds?
Like I said, just don't break nothing. Should be fine.
I don't think we should. Don't think it should be a problem.
It's not like A-Rod's throwing.
I'll
well.
allow you guys to do this. Just you'll be back at the house. You can set up and everything. Cover for me for about 5 minutes. Feel free to roll your dice and get into it if you want. But I'll be back in about 5. Just please talk amongst yourselves.
I'll
I'm
lead
gonna
you
head to that
guys
liquor.
to the
Show me
back
to the
garden.
liquor.
What was that, Ariel?
I'll lead you guys to the back garden. There's like a nice area that like it's clearly been used for training in the past. Like there's some targets set up. Most of them like at a distance that I used to practice throwing things at. And while you guys are training, I'm sitting off to the side on a bench, like sewing gems and fancy beadwork onto the dress along the bottom hem. Just really dressing it up, shouting advice that would not actually be helpful.
In between swings and clash of the weapons. Be like, so what do you think is gonna happen in Fey Pond?
Knowing our luck, probably nothing good.
I'll kind of pull back and drop my posture a little bit. It's the weirdest thing. With all these killings, do you think it has to do with anything to do with the gambling den?
Yeah, did you side note, did you mention the most recent killings to us?
They were... Oh, no. Yeah, and then, did any of you catch the conversation about the farms earlier?
Nope. What's going on at the farms?
As we were passing by, a couple of the families were slaughtered last night, I guess. And in one of the homes, written in blood, was Amber.
Hmm.
You don't think it could be?
Oh.
I-
I would think probably, yeah.
I'll kind of walk in towards you guys and drop my voice a little, so it's harder to overhear. I think there has to be something following us, something watching us. So when we teleport tomorrow, maybe we'll have a chance to kind of get out of the eye, so to speak.
But what if whatever is looking for us thinks we're still here?
They're going to be sadly disappointed when we're not.
What do you guys do with the amber again?
Crushed it. It was amber-colored glass.
Still have it though, right?
Mm-hmm.
My apologies.
Maybe we should just, like, drop that outside of town. I mean, that's kind of on us.
Are your parents inside?
Oh, they're in the smithy.
Not that I don't trust your eye, but can we get one final tally on exactly what that glass is? If it has magical properties, if it is glass and not amber, I honestly have no problem just dropping it on the roadway after we teleport. If they want glass, they can have glass. But if there's anything magical about it, any properties that I'm not aware of, you're not aware of, I'd rather not give it back to the guy who's willing to kill families over nothing.
If we have 20 gold, I can identify it. But I am down to 2 gold.
I can, if you pull it out, I can do it.
Okay, well, here.
I'll hold my hand over it, and I'll start muttering to myself a little bit, and I'll reach down and cast Identify.
Okay. You cast Identify upon this, and the first thing you understand is that it is amber, and it itself is not magical. But there are traces of magic on it. There's lingering spells, lingering things. None of it seems active at this point or particularly useful, but you do understand that this was indeed used to be a phylactery. It is attached, or was supposed to be attached to somebody, and it definitely was a failed attempt.
But it is amber?
Yes, it is amber. Well,
So it's
amber
not-
glass. It's kind of like a mix between the two. It wasn't pure.
So it's more like goldstone.
Yeah, it's more like, they used amber to get the coloration. They didn't have enough. They said, how you make this work? They didn't make it work.
Ooh.
A call was made. It ended badly.
The risk I took was calculated.
Do we have any way of dispelling magic?
No, I can't do it.
Because I personally don't feel great knowing that people are dying because we're carrying this.
Ask your girlfriend, Talia.
Oh, are you two dating?
No. I think
I
Tal
think Grandpa
probably would be the
likes her
best.
though.
It's been a long time since I've had someone special. I think maybe Tala can do it. She was with that wizard.
High or low, James?
No.
Well, oddly enough, as you're having this thought, and you guys are currently outside in the backyard, correct? Or where are you guys?
Yeah,
I'm
well,
back
yeah.
there.
Alright, you look over and you can see Tala's actually currently walking up in this direction. But she's actually, currently with a short fellow that you recognize as Hank the dwarf. And it looks like those two are having a conversation and just walking by.
Oh, they're outside the gate, basically, just in the road.
Yeah, they're just, walking and talking on this side of town at this exact moment. I rolled a 1.
I go over and
They're
I
here.
lean, and I
I'll
lean on the
reach up.
fence, dress still in hand. You aren't replacing me already, are you, Hank?
No, I actually, clever me. I knew she knew this one, and I knew he knew you, so I figured, bend her ear a little bit, and I'd find ya, in case that one didn't get to deliver my message. And he points towards A-Rod.
He did. I'm actually, and I shake out the dress so you can see the beadwork that I'm almost finished. Getting ready right now.
Good, then maybe we can actually win this thing. I'm gonna finally take down the last champion that's been pretty unstoppable for the last couple of I don't want to say years, but he's had a good run. At this point, Tala kind of clears her throat. And I was just walking by, and I thought I would deliver his message and see what you guys were up to, as I didn't make it to Matthias's last night.
Yeah, you were with the wizard.
Yes, I was.
Gonna make cities float. And I'm drinking.
Are you drinking quickly, or you pacing yourself?
No, I'm pounding them.
Just doing shots.
Just doing shots. Just
A-Rod's just speed running the day.
What was that about, if you don't mind me asking? You seemed pretty deep in the glass, shall we say.
Oh, well. looks can be deceiving, but I was just talking with him. You know, he's a very interesting fellow. The man does claim to make a city float, and he had a couple of other fun stories, so I was just having a listen, feeling it out. He was the friend I mentioned, actually.
I figured it had something to do with the ruins themselves.
Well,
I mean, powerful spellcasters, very useful.
yes, so I figured it was a good idea to make his acquaintance. You know, keep your friends close and all of that.
Of course. On a completely opposite note, do you know how
Hank
to...
just kind of cuts in and he goes, I'm gonna leave. This is a bit above my interest, but I'll see you tonight. And he
IQ
kinda-
level? And I'll,
Hi, Hank.
I'll kind of just say it like as... I'll say it under as he's speaking, just to try and mask it.
I'll see you tonight, beautiful. And he,
Watch those elbows, Hank.
oh, they're gonna carry me to victory.
I'm gonna elbow Avon for that.
Pumps his
Ah,
fist.
well, if I was sober, that would have hurt.
I almost forgot. Well, I'm gonna see you at the Miller's Inn. That's where it is. You know the place.
I do indeed.
All right. That he takes off and walks down the street.
Hella, on a completely opposite note, can you dispel magic?
I could.
You?
Remember I told you about the Lich's tower, the Wizard's tower, and how the creature had stalked us, the failed phylactery?
Oh, I think I've heard something about that to the south with the animals. Is that what this is about?
North, I think.
It was,
Definitely the south, where the farms are and the fields. That's even why the
Yes.
Miller's Inn is down there. It's supposed to be a spot for the farmers, which is a little out of place considering what's next to it.
when we were still searching out Oba's tower, we met you outside the gate, and I told you about the phylactery.
Yes, and it turned out to just be glass.
It's amber and glass, so it was partially a phylactery. I just went over it because the killing in the farmers' fields, the word amber was painted in blood on one of the homes.
Okay.
So I don't feel it's fair that we carry this around and people are getting killed for our choice. So after identifying it, there's still traces of magic. Can you dispel any magic remaining on this so I can feel a bit more comfortable just dumping it somewhere?
And do you think giving him back a completely useless item is going to satiate whatever desires he has? You don't think he'll just continue after not getting what he wanted?
At least he knows that it's us fucking with him, so chances are he'll direct his attention to us.
He just kind of smiles and laughs. Yeah, I can do it, but I don't think that's going to change anything. But sure, she'll walk over to the little pile, wave her hand over it, and it almost looks like a faint ghost kind of goes up into her hand, and she like releases it to the wind.
Thank you.
It changes nothing, but if it helps you sleep at night.
It does.
Now then, as for me, I don't know where you guys are off to, but I might be staying around here. I might get up to something else. Where are you guys off to next?
We'll be heading to Red Bay tomorrow via teleportation circle,
Oh, yeah.
and then up to Fay Pond.
In that case, I probably won't be joining you, and I'm probably going to continue to Harmony.
We talked to Nikolai and the girls, and while we're doing this job and getting a little bit extra money, they're going to be preparing for the ruins, so we'll be on the road for the next little while.
I hear a city is going to fly, and I'm not missing that.
You'll have to let me know how it goes. Because if that's actually something that wizard's capable of, he's gonna have a lot of attention on his head.
Well, I guess we'll find out, won't we? But, it's been nice traveling with all of you. I don't think I really have any words of wisdom or anything else to offer. But I guess stay safe.
Stay safe. Take care of yourself.
Maybe I'll even look into the woods and see if I can deal with that too, but, you know, time's short and places to be, things to see, you understand.
Buildings to float, yeah? Good.
Ta-ta! That she just kind of turns, starts walking away.
Right, well, what do we do with the rest of our day now?
Drink.
Just messy drunk already?
Straight
Yup,
back
apparently.
5 o'clock somewhere.
Alright. Is there anything else you fine folks would like to do today or tonight?
I'm going to fill up a pouch with some sand from the sand pit in the backyard.
You got it.
I'm gonna be working on some beadwork, but I also need to quickly run and grab some water, so I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. Shalasha and A-Rod. A-Rod, you're getting shit-faced. Would you like
Yep,
to roll a
that's the
con
plan.
save for me, or are you planning to
course.
just get shit-faced and therefore it doesn't matter?
Oh, I mean, I was planning on it. I'm gonna be there's dance competitions tonight, and I just want to be plastered for it.
Alright, then we'll definitely roll it and see, you know.
Oh, should
We're
we
just seeing if you
send-
fail badly, that's pretty much it.
Do you want me to roll con?
Yeah, just for fun. You'll be drunk or you'll be drunk, you know what I'm saying? The difference is...
Oh yeah, no, that's a 5, so I am drunk.
Drunk.
Actually, since we have some hours still, I'm going to go run and inform the twins of where Serenity is going to be probably going to be playing.
Alright, yeah, so y'all even, like, where do you want to go to find the twins?
Well, they were at
The Millstorms?
Milscar's house, mansion.
But
I'm
they...
not sure if it's.
He said they were off to the Sparrow.
Yeah, if they're not there, then I'll drop by the Sparrow. If they're not there, well, then I'm just gonna join back up with the party.
Well, we can save you some time. We'll say you'll find them at the Sparrow then. And it looks like they're actually at a table looking a little defeated. And they also have some wine with them. And they're like talking. And there's a couple of other patrons with them. And it just, you know, it looks like they've kind of accepted that Serenity's not here. And they're currently asking questions. And people are making a lot of claims. They're like, oh, she'll be here, she'll be there. There's a dance competition here, so you can bet on it. But there's like 3 or 4 different inns that I mentioned.
Oh, hey guys.
Oh,
Glad you're here. I'm glad I found you. I think I know where Serenity will be tonight. Probably. Hopefully. Maybe. I don't know for certain.
okay. Where is that?
Out of character, I totally forgot the
It's alright. Cole knows
place
that it's the
already.
Miller's Inn.
the Miller's Inn. Okay. So dance competition at the Miller's Inn might be a good spot to check tonight.
Oh, well, we will definitely be there then.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go hit up with the others unless there's anything you need to talk to me about.
We will see you there tonight.
See you there then.
Alright. And then, Shalasha, anything I need to know from you, or shall we move on?
Just pretty much pick up my gold cowl from the blacksmith. They should be ready today.
It is.
And then other than that, we can just fast forward me.
I just thought of one final thing on my way back before I hit up the party. I'm gonna keep an eye out for a tailor.
A tailor. Alright,
Yeah.
you will be able to find one. There's actually quite a few in this lovely little town.
Okay, I'll go into one that looks like not one of the top ones, but like a relatively affordable one.
Okay.
Walk on in. Hello? Hello?
It's a nice, elderly-looking human. And he just kind of like leans over the desk to see you, and he goes, "Oh, what can I do for you?"
Hi, sir. Do you make cloaks?
Yeah, we definitely do. Halfling size should fit you. We have a couple of those. A traveling cloak, or
Human-sized, actually.
human-sized. Okay. What's the
I have the
occasion?
materials right here, actually. And I open up my bag and pull out like a large handful of the feathers. Can you work with these?
Yeah. Well, what do you need with them?
Well, as you see, it's 2 colors, 1 color on each side. So if you could make a reversible cloak about human-sized, I'd like to. I have enough here for one to be made. If you
Are
could
those
do
the Iron Beak feathers? The Iron Wing?
Iron Wing?
It'll take me a couple of days to do it. Probably
That's
about
fine.
a gold for my time. Maybe 2.
Not a problem.
Alright.
I'll pull out all of the feathers that I have and hand them over. And how about, you know what? I'm feeling. How about, why don't you just take 3? I don't know how long it'll take me to go get back. So if you could just hold on to it until I get back into town.
Yeah, no, I can definitely do that. I'll have it done. Is there any particular time? Do I need to rush this, or?
No rush. I'm gonna be gone definitely more than 2-3 days. Probably longer than that.
Alright, well, I will definitely get it done sometime this month, then.
Thank you.
Iron feathers. For the sake of it, we will say that this is happening at the place you guys were at the first time. The Silver Spindle.
Spindle. Okay, I'll jot that down.
Alright.
Otherwise, I might forget.
Yeah, me too.
And
Alright.
that's all for me.
Alright, with that, we will fast forward to the dancing event.
Yeah.
Alright, so when you arrive, it is a bustling party. It does seem like serenity is here based on the quality of music that's just kind of drifting through this place. Much like the last one, tables have been cleared. The Miller's Inn, biggest thing is it actually has like the top of like a windmill on top. It doesn't move. It's just part of the allure. And then its biggest thing is there's a giant pole that dominates most of the space within here. And it's actually technically single level, but it has like 3 rows of balconies that go up within this place. So it's like tiered on the inside, but it doesn't have a floor, so it's mostly just round balconies, as if you guys are inside of a windmill. This time, though, Hank is waiting for you, and he finds you, and he goes, "Well, I already booked us in. So I believe we'll be getting announced rather quickly. Are any of you signing up as well?"
Oh God, no.
Not this
Oh.
time. Well,
Not today.
probably
don't feel
for
like
the
getting an
best.
elbow.
It's gonna get messy.
With you, it always does, Hank.
At this point,
Have you
Hank,
even taken the time to carve decorative patterns into like the edge of my beard?
Alright, Hank does
And I've got
put
like,
his his arm around you, Assy, and he like turns you around and he starts pointing out the other people that are dancing. But there's one person he points to and he goes, and that one is going to be the hardest to beat. It's a very tall, handsome guy, black hair, pale green eyes, and a tan complexion that you know to be Gareth.
I immediately go pale and for a brief moment, Aaron's probably the only one really familiar enough for me to notice this. But I have the look on my face that I get just before I throw up.
Oh god, outside, outside, outside!
But I like do my best to cover it quickly, and I turn back to Hank with a smile. I'm like,
You should open a pocket dimension and just vomit over everything in there.
Gross. Alright. But,
Sorry, it's on your shield and your bow.
In that moment, though, Gareth also like locks eyes with you before you manage to turn away. Maybe that is why you turn away, but just for a brief second, you see him and he does see you as well, and you can tell he recognizes you, even though it's been about 20 years, and he is.
He's a dwarf. I'm a dwarf.
No, he's not.
Isn't he?
No, your exact notes to me. Do.
Thought he
I don't
was a
know
dwarf.
why I left this. Gareth, he's a human. He
thought
has
he was-
aged.
oh.
He's in his 40s. He's turning into a bit of a silver fox at this point. Still hair is mostly black. There's just a couple of silver streaks throughout his beard.
Okay.
So he's. In this moment, you kind of
Yeah,
realize
no,
maybe your
human.
father's right. 80 more years, this wouldn't have been a problem.
Yep.
But with that, you guys could take your seats. You could continue drinking, as I'm assuming A-Rod is. But at this point, A-Rod is barely walking at this point.
Oh yeah, no,
He's-
I'm stumbling
You
everywhere.
know, when he's by a wall, he's doing that thing where you like lean against it, but it's not really a lean, it's more of a slouch. Yeah.
I feel great.
Music
This
starts,
was a good
head just
decision.
bobs with it without realizing.
Just really vibing, just
Yeah.
Just hanging out.
like an acid trip listening to Pink Floyd, just fucking giving
Just
it.
on another level.
And at this point, the dancing is going to begin relatively soon. So if there's anything you guys want to do, let me know. If not, we want to get to this dancing thing as soon as we can.
Knock 'em dead, AC. Come on.
I'm gonna
You
find
can
a spot
do
to
it.
hang out near the stage.
Oh god, I'm gonna
So,
throw up.
so you want to be on the bottom floor? All right. Shalasha, anything I should know?
I'm gonna walk over to
I
walk over-
stopped Salashal from getting away from me. And I like latch onto your arm like really hard. You're a cleric? Bless me, that's what you do, right?
I'll kind of like look around. I'm like, all right, and I'll take a little bit of my frustration from the ambush in the closet, and I'll like give you a little smack on the face, and you just start glowing.
Blessed. Hashtag.
Lord be with you. Just his
just-
will.
I'll like just I'll gesture over at Hank, break his leg. I think that's the saying. Anyways,
Wait. Garrett's leg.
yes,
Bonus points if you actually do that before it's his turn.
and I'll go walk over and I'll put my hand on A-Rod's back and I'll cast Lesser Restoration.
Oh god, that's so much better. Oh, there's only 4 of you now.
Because it cures the poisoned condition.
But he's so far gone. You went from like super drunk to like very tipsy.
Oh, it's so much better. Thank you.
Do you want to keep drinking? Do you hate your liver that much?
Oh my god, yes. That thing, ugh, hardest working liver you've ever seen in your life. Let's
I'll
go,
cast
let's
it
go.
again,
Oh, great, wow, now I'm...
and then I'll slide you a drink across the bar.
Oh, now get right back to it.
It's a delivery service. That's 2 gold.
I knew there's a reason I loved you. And I'll flick over 2 gold.
Just
Yeah.
put it in the hole.
But it,
That's for the restoration.
his hole's the eye socket, by the way. He just...
It's like a coin slot. Stink.
All right. We're gonna do this dancing thing probably a little quickly, because I'm gonna be honest, I keep running away because I'm feeling a little weird all of a sudden. But I think I can manage this to maybe the teleportation. We'll see how it goes. Fair enough.
Okay.
All
Yep.
right. So, as everyone kind of settles down, A-Rod finds his way to the bar, makes himself at home. Cole, you're kind of milling around, taking in all the knees as best as you can. But people are so far respectful, no one's really in there. And Shalasha, you're also by the bar at this point, just kind of taking it all in. The music at this point kind of dies down a little bit as someone speaks up and they start making the announcements, and they list about 10 or so people, and they explain today's event is a very important one. All of you have won one of the competitions, and this will decide the dancing champions of this town. High honors, we know it's a small community, but our numbers are growing each year thanks to things like this and people like you. Today's event, as always, 1 round. Last one dancing wins. Style, whatever you want, but no bleeding, no puking, and if you end up having to take things into your own hands, at the end of this, take it outside. I can't afford any more tables being broken in here. And at this point, you realize the person talking is a very elderly-looking man. He has a crown, not really because of the gold, but because of his hairline going all the way back, giving him a nice, clean palate. With that in mind, Serenity has come a long way for this event. So please, give her the respect she deserves, and everyone, have a good night. With that, he gets off, and he was standing on, like, this center post, right? Like I said, it's dominated by this big post, has a nice little stage around it. He hops off. You guys think he's going to break his hip jumping down, but he manages to keep walking when he hits the ground. And he heads off towards the back of this establishment, and the music starts to pick up. And you're a small person, AC. You can see that all the other people, the other 10 couples, have moved to the center of this place. And they're kind of like looking at everyone else. Music starts to pick up, and everyone just kind of slowly starts dancing. It's a little awkward at first, except you notice Gareth, with his partner, seems the most practiced at this, and he starts immediately taking the stage. Can you either make a performance dex or tell me what it is you want to do?
I smile ever so sweetly at Hank as we get onto the floor, and I say, I don't know about you, but I think we ought to face off against the most dangerous competition force, don't you?
How is my thought exactly? And he actually starts, like, you guys are kind of dancing and you're kind of like spinning slowly as he's leading, and you realize he's like going directly towards Gareth at this point.
Oh yes, we are taking that fucker out.
What kind of role would you like to make?
I want to go for like sleight of hand for like playing with my scarf in and out of pocket dimension space.
Okay. Can you make, we'll say, a performance check?
Not great. Performance, that's only +2, so that'll be 14, 15.
And can you also make a dex save for me?
Yes, I can. That is much better. That's an 18.
An 18, alright.
Yeah.
So what happens is, as everyone's dancing, Hank gets you guys close, and he goes for the elbow. But Gareth seems ready for this, and he actually like lets go of his partner, and he goes to grab your hand as you guys pass, as if he's trying to partner swap. And you quickly move your arm away, but as you're going, Gareth just mouths something towards you, and he goes, "We'll talk later." And he keeps going.
Oh.
Do you have a look on your face when he says that?
It is a look of disgust and horror, and I'm gonna hit you in the face with a chair.
I'm gonna reach up and touch my earring under my cowl. Do you want me to make him go away?
Yes.
Sabotage. Alright. So, the dance continues. It goes on for quite a while. You're playing with this. Hank doesn't want to make it too obvious, so he actually kind of takes the time and he starts bumping into other people as they go. His elbows are definitely flying. And after about a couple of minutes of dancing, 2 of the other couples have been knocked out at this point. Anything else you would like to do, or do you want to just keep with the performance check for the thing? And Shalasha, you let me know what you want to do as well, or anyone else that wants to try to be involved in this.
I want to kind of like delicately, sneakily drop some ball bearings, but like gently toss just a small
sleight of
scattering
hand.
of ball bearings towards Garth.
Sleight of hand, please.
Oh, 11, 18. 18 on an 11.
Okay.
I want to cast Cause Fear.
Cause fear. Do you want to do this with a sleight of hand? Or are you just openly casting cause fear?
Quicken the sense of mortality on one target creature you can see within range, casting 1 action. So it is verbal, so I'll just keep my voice quiet. I mean, they can't see my lips anyways.
Yep.
And over the sound of the music, I'm assuming that
What's
I
the
can...
spell save?
It is a wisdom saving throw.
Does a 17 beat it?
Yes.
Well, you mumble at him angrily under your breath, and you see he kind of like shakes his head, and at the same time he like goes over the ball bearings, and it looks like he's about to trip, but instead it's actually his date that goes down, and he just kind of like looks around. He looks shocked that this happened, and he scoops up and he exits the dance floor. And he actually goes to the bar, and he's actually next to you, A-Rod and Shalashar. And he's like checking over his date and like talking to her like, "Are you okay?" Sort of thing.
Tough night. No, it's gonna pound another gear.
Glances over his shoulder and he goes, "Wasn't my night, but there's always next year. You should take it easy there, buddy. You don't want to get too drunk."
You tell me what to do. Take it easy. You take
Don't
it
worry
easy.
about it. I'm taking care of him.
Oh.
Yeah, I got this guy. And I'll like scratch him.
When you do that, I just grab your drink and slide it a little further away from you.
No.
Quickly make one more performance check for me, Assy.
Okay.
You can do it.
I'm thinking which die do I want to go with. Okay.
And can you also
okay.
make another deck save for me as well?
Ooh, that's even better. So that's 16 on the die plus my 18 for the dancing. And for the save, 11.
11.
11.
Jesus fuck. Can you roll 1d6 for me?
You also
1d6.
have you have blessing, by the way. Remember?
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
With the no, I did not know that.
When I
You
slapped
asked
you,
for
I
it.
cast bless.
I didn't think. I thought you like just lit me up for the fun of it.
No, I slapped you with blessing.
Just.
That's a 6 on there.
Oh
Can I add my blessing to this d6?
It adds to the save, so you can choose if you want to add it to the save or not.
Yeah.
Alright. Roll 1d4.
That's plus 4 on my saving
Okay.
throw. So 15.
So what happens is, one way or the other, you actually end up almost slipping, and Hank kind of like picks you up and he twirls you, but he does it in such a way that your feet go high and you kick someone in the face. And that 1d6 was how hard you kick them, and you like knock out this dude's tooth. And at this point, there's only 2 couples left, and the other couple sees this happening, and they're just like, they move away from you. And the rest of the dance competition gets a little awkward at this point, as someone has twisted their ankle badly. Someone has now lost a tooth. And eventually the other couple just kind of like stops dancing. And there's like this weird little pause. And the old man comes back and he goes, do you guys clap at this point? Or is it like... it's like this shock. It's like someone's
This awkward
bleeding in the
standoff.
center of the floor.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do the. You ever see Avatar: The Last Airbender?
Yeah.
From the episode of the Kyoshi Island where the guy's mouth starts foaming when he's like jumping around
Losing it. Alright. Well, with your encouragement, everyone else will start clapping. And the old
That's
man
a true
speaks.
friend right
And
there.
it goes, well, there you have it, everyone. Definitely one of the more injury-prone nights of dancing, but looks like we have our 2 new champions. And he actually reaches down, and he has like a hanging bag, and he pulls out a nice little statue, what seems to be silver, and has a couple of little jewels here and there on it, and it looks to be a silver slipper. And he hands it to you, Assy. You
Oh,
actually
that is quite pretty.
even look at it, and you recognize the maker's mark, as it looks like your father made this trophy.
That is hilarious.
But with that, today, apologize for the shorter session, but I am going to have to end it here. So yeah, thank you guys for joining us tonight. I apologize for the shorter session, but we will hopefully see you guys next week. But until then, hope you have a good day, and bye-bye.